Mods are coming to Marvel Strike Force. Well, I don't know. But it suggests that it looks like they are. So here are the rules for this video. If you don't want mods to come to the game, or you want them done correctly, you leave a like. If you want mods to come to the game, leave a dislike. If you have comments about how you want the developers to handle this, put it in the comment section. So if you dislike the idea of mods coming to the game, do not dislike the video. Like the video. The developers need to see this, need to understand there's some huge problems. So big shout out firstly to Tana. Link to his video in the description. Go watch that video. He made a Reddit post about it as well. Looks like there's going to be ISO-8, and there's a bunch of things inside of the data mine that suggest that we're going to get a mechanic like mods. Now, I do want to say this. Firstly, about mods inside of Galaxy Heroes and Summoners Wars, that every single hero collector game has some sort of mod mechanic. But there's a couple things, and we're going to talk about a couple things that'll make it really horrible and really terrible. And there's a reason why everybody is going crazy on Reddit and saying, I'll quit the game, I'll quit the game, and I'll quit the game, and that's fine. Maybe do it. I don't know. I'm not going to quit the game because here's a couple things. I don't think they're not going to implement this. If you think about Red Stars, they did it anyways. And if this is showing in the data mine, this ISO, which is going to be like mods, that means they've already worked on it. They're not going to not do it because we complain, but I really hope they do it the right way. And number one, it can't be about speed, 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 speed. My goodness, if it's just about speed, it's so much unfun. It's the only stat that matters is speed. Let me give you an example. At turn-based games, whoever gets to go first and whoever gets to go the most often is the most important single stat you can have. Having your character going 30% faster means that they're doing 30% more damage and they're doing 30% more abilities. They have 30% more of everything. It's that big of a deal. And so it can't be just about speed. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is it can't be just RNG fest. Cannot be just RNG, random. That was the problem with Red Stars. We already have this horrific mechanic in-game right now called Red Stars, which is just random. It's horrible. I mean, unless you just like a casino and you just want to play, well, the casino is awesome. The content creator is awesome. But if you just want to play a slot machine, I didn't sign up for that. I don't want to play a slot machine. And I don't want the mods system like they are in Galaxy of Heroes to be this ultra random thing where if I get the best mod, I win. It doesn't even matter what characters I have. And I think that's the other thing. These mods, which boost various different stats, and it's all here in the data mine, it really depends on how it's done. I mean, clearly, you know, you want to have your tanks have more health. I mean, you want to make the strengths of a character stronger. And, you know, if a character needs to be fast, make them faster. If a character needs to be tankier, you make them have more health. If you want them to do more damage, you give them more damage. So it does allow you to tweak and customize your characters. And I kind of like the way they did it in Marvel Future Fight, and they called it ISO-8 and that as well. There's a right way of doing it. But if it's just randomness where you get like a 19,000% boost where the only thing that matters is mods, I'm not going to be a fan. I mean, if it's a moderate amount of boost, you know, just slightly boost this character, we can make Black Widow maybe a little bit faster. I don't want them to do speed at all, man. If they do no speed, I would just be perfectly happy with that. And it doesn't look like speed is here inside of the data mine. Again, big shout out to Tana. Go subscribe to his channel. Make sure to like his video as well. It looks like that it's just going to be very specific stats, and it also looks like it's going to be possibly like Mystic or Mutant based, and also it looks like it's going to be Raid or Challenge or Blitz based, and I think that is very fine. Next thing is if they're going to do mods, if they're going to do ISO-8, we have to have an API. It is 100% necessary. What is API? Okay. In Galaxy of Heroes, if you click on another person's name, you get to see their entire roster. In this game, you do not get to see their roster. Like if I go into right here and I go into the leaderboards and I see the number 1 player, I cannot see his roster. I have no idea. And what that means to you is that other websites can't see it also, and they can't put it into fancy spreadsheets. They can't do data collection. Nobody can see what's going on. There's no way of building a website like this, Grand Ivory Mod Optimizer or swgoh.gg, and we need an API. Because if they're going to do mods or something complicated like ISO-8, we're going to need a way of itemizing them and looking them, moving them around. I mean, we need an API anyways. My guild has me fill out a Google Sheet like once a week. I don't always do it because I hate doing it because it takes a lot of time, where I have to input every single one of my characters and their power levels in it, just so that they can collect data, make suggestions of what teams to move up, who's been growing, so on and so on. There's none of that. It would be so much easier if they had something called API, or real simply, just so that we could see other people's rosters. That way that data can be put on a third-party website. If they're going to do mods, that must be a thing. And then lastly, if they're going to do mods, please, 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 please don't make them movable. I'm going to show you what I have to do on Galaxy of Heroes. I hit this optimize my mods, and it will take me no less than 3 to 4 hours to move my mods around. I swear, I spend more time moving mods around than I do playing sometimes. Reassigning 386 mods, oh my God, will take hours. I can only do about 30 characters an hour. And typically I have to reassign mods on 100 characters, no less than 3 hours. Mods are complicated and time consuming. A couple times I've gone to these like meetup events where like a bunch of people get together that play Galaxy of Heroes at a, big event. I go with like Arnold or other YouTubers, and a lot of people go, and I look at their phones, and I can't tell you a percentage of people in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes that won't even engage with mods. They don't even have mods loaded on their characters. They just won't do it. In fact, the person that got me into this game, I used to date this girl, and she got me into Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes before I did, and she doesn't do mods at all. It's like a whole part of the game, and it's so important. It makes up like a huge percentage of the character. I mean, the whole battles come down to mods. So, I don't know if I want to have mods, but if I'm being honest about it, every single hero collector game has some sort of mod system. They're already developing it, but please don't make it RNG fest. Please don't make it all about speed. Please don't make it all randomness. And please give us some way of doing a third-party website. Give us an API. If you're going to do it, I'm sure there's more things. If you have things in the comment section, please put that down there. I just wanted to go over a couple things that are kind of bothering me also. Just real quick right here. They had this recent community update. We're going to be getting this Sinister Strike program, and we're going to be getting, basically that's how we're going to get Rhino shards. And I'm still not a fan of this. I'm also not a fan of the gamma ray orbs, and we're going to talk about that too. These orbs kind of are getting on my nerves. If I go into supplies and I go into the orbs and I look at the orbs right here, the civil disorder orb, where, basically kind of like an Ultimus orb, there's only going to be Rhino shards on the outer two. And then the center can be all kinds of stuff. And I don't know how I feel about that. Like most of these characters here, I do not want. Sure, I'll take Carnage. Sure, I'll take Green Goblin. I need a lot of these characters, but I don't know why I would want to hit refresh on these if I'm only going to be guaranteed to get Rhino shards on the outer edges. I don't like that. And then they're also bringing back the Gamma Raid, and I just want to scream right now because if I look at the Gamma Raid and I look at the center pillar and the most common drop right here, fine. I need a lot of these characters. I don't need all of them. But why Wolverine? Oh my God. Have you ever had a Mega Orb give you 50 Wolverine shards? Wolverine should be in no orbs anywhere whatsoever. It's terrible. It's absolutely trash that Wolverine shows up in any orbs. Leave a like if you agree. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Keep on gaming.